Hey guys, welcome to our review of Lupin number 44. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
The Cinder Blaze.
Dude, welcome back. We just got done watching this episode and it was almost good. I'd say the Patranger stuff was surprisingly well done and not as much with Sakuya as I thought it would be. And the Lupinranger stuff was kind of weak.
I don't know. I feel like there were certain parts of this episode. The beginning, in particular, was probably the biggest letdown. You know, they hyped up this whole thing. They were like, "Oh, well, Noel isn't human. You know what he is? He's a race of humans in the other world, and apparently, they had this mass exodus, and he was like an orphan."
Yeah, they connected the dots in the most boring way.
They didn't connect any dots. They created one.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's another race here. Why do we care? Well, you shouldn't. And that's the connection that Noel and the butler had. They were both part of.
It's because they're all Oompa Loompas without their Willy Wonka. That's really it.
Yeah, but don't you care about the bond that Noel had for Arsene Lupin? He collected the child when he was on the streets, and then he taught him what a book was.
He collected a child off the streets and put him to work. I don't know, man. This is the worst. And I don't know, the most boring way to connect those, or finish up this plot. I don't know. There are 10 different, more easily compelling ways this could have gone down, and they just chose not to. They said hey, what if we don't have a compelling story arc for him?
Yeah, this backstory kind of came out of nowhere. We're at the end of the series, we're kind of expecting things to wrap up and to introduce something new that was honestly not needed. It just felt kind of slap in our face because we're just kind of waiting. We were waiting for some stuff to come together. They were sprinkling stuff, they were sprinkling things here and there to kind of set up things, and they never really committed or finished or wrapped up on those things.
And I feel we were kind of being led to believe that there was a descendant of Arsene Lupin, the original one, when it was really just him who lived a long, long time.
Yeah, because he might be part of that race. I don't know. They haven't really confirmed it for him, at least. But Noel apparently lives for 1,000 years or so. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't pick up on that in the human world, especially with all the technologies. Hey, you've been around for fucking ever.
I don't know. But hey, the Patranger side of it all, where they, I thought, even the plot contrivance I had earlier with Noel. Oh, hey, why didn't he speak? They explained that properly, and they gave him a good reason not to have, spoken and, had that drama getting put in the way. And then how they added that extra layer of mythology, all the skins are, from people, from real, actual people. They are wearing the skins of people. That's dark, twisted, and kind of, gives a bit more context, and retroactively so, to how bad the Gangler are, and gives them gives a Patranger some emotional.
Yeah, that really sucked. That was their senpai that they were respected a lot, and to kind of see
about senpai, but they were college buddies.
But no, I think he was their superior, right?
No, because he was green 3.
Oh.
Right. Oh wait, no, 2. But pecking order wise, I think that would have been I thought they all sort of graduated at the same time.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think they
special, but
yeah,
I was the impression.
Yeah, and that really sucks for us at least, and for people who haven't viewed the special, because I think a lot of the emotional weight on that was kind of was needed for that. Because like we haven't actually met the dude, so we don't really have that emotional attachment either. Like they did show it, so
to be fair, like it shows how much that, like, you know, how much more so that part worked in the episode than the Lupinranger side did.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we felt more emotional weight that we didn't have enough context of for the thing that we got all of the context for and made absolutely no sense. And I feel like this would all make more sense if everyone sort of like liked him, liked Noel at all, and like we saw Ichigo, Nigo, Sango sort of tolerating him, and like, but at some points they would just be like, you know, sort of noticing that he was very sketchy.
Yeah. But I think like only Pink was the one who was allowed to kind of put that in the back of her mind.
Yeah.
Like she still kind of hated it. She still wanted to trust him because she's like a good person. Sakia just has to be Sakia. Not like it's a bad thing because he is that kind of like really positive person. So he probably took it like the worst, I guess.
Yeah.
So like even though like the scene itself was kind of grinding for me, I was like, you know, it's okay. It's not. I'm not gonna like nag on it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But like here's the thing about like the second half of the episode. Like they did have some strong points, but it had some like really stupid things kind of like intertwined in there that they don't want you to kind of like notice too much. Like first one being that Gengar's power was so fucking overpowered. Just control people. What?
Yeah.
If you're like infiltrating to that extent and you can like isolate like multiple members. I mean, like he's so lucky because it's a kids show because he can just like easily murder them.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's like unlucky that it's a kids show.
Yeah.
Also, shit, there was like another thing that was like, was it Lupinranger's side? That was, I don't know. I felt like there was like also like another like easy.
Kogure, did that have anything to do with him? Pat Striker, or I mean the Lupin Kaiser. No, what's his name? Good Striker.
No, it's not Goody. Oh shit. Maybe I'll like remember it in like the outro or something.
Yeah, don't worry. But outside of that, are you good?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. And hey, turns out a lot of you already did because we hit 250 subscribers. It was last week. We're actually at 256. This is kind of awesome. So if you hopped on from the Ryusoja breakdown, thank you for sticking around and watching this other content. I really appreciate it. And yeah, keep it juicy.
Yeah. See ya. Oh, the freaking iPod having no music.
Shoot! Oh, I wanted to talk about that. Man. That was... Dang it.
Did I make it? Did I make it?